So double header today. Just did the back brakes on that. This has a water leak. My grandma bought this new. I didn't know she had the revised schnoz. I always thought her. Well, whatever. Okay, so this is a 12 or a 13 C300 4MATIC. Not that it matters, but W204. This goes for all of them, 2008 and on. This car's been garaged its whole life, and then my uncle got it, and it's his little Florida Bomber, and the car takes on water now. So what happens is they had the cut back here because it was soaked, but you can't smell it, but it's all musty. The rug's all soaking wet in here. So what happens is the sunroof drains get clogged. The water no longer runs and drains out of its spot. Maybe here's some telltale stuff. But again, the car's been garaged its whole life except for now. It's been sitting out. So both the front rug and the rear rug are getting soaked. So the fix for it is we have to take the wheel off, left front, and pull down the inner splash shield in here. And then there's a drain tube that's right there, and it's this bizarre looking hex design. What I'm gonna do is just lop the end of it off so it's just an open tube essentially. So whatever can flow out of it will flow out of it. My aunt just brought this to Mercedes. They quoted her $2,500 on the low side to fix the issues because they said, oh, there's water all throughout the whole car. We have to remove the seats, the rugs, the floors, of this and that. I mean, I get, yeah, that's probably the right way to do it, but if you just unclog the freaking drain and then just let the car air out naturally and put some white vinegar and some other crap in there, thing will dry out and be just fine. I mean, it starts, runs, drives. There's no warning lights, no nothing. It's only got 30,000 miles on it. So I'm going to get to it. The lug should be a 17 mil. So I'm going to start by jacking the car up and pulling the wheel off, and then we will go from there. Okay, got the wheel off. Again, 17 mil for that. This splash shield is a two-piece design. So you can see the twist clip. You just twist it halfway, 90 degrees, and aggressively force it out. So we'll do that next. And then there are 10 millimeter, 10, 10, 10 behind the brake line there. And then you have these two push pin clips, which you'll need a little clip removal tool, or you can put some pressure on it and get it out with a flathead. So I'm just gonna pop those out right now. All right, so I just pulled the fender liner back. It's very difficult to see, but it is up behind this right here. It's very, very, very tough to see, but as you can see, my hand is all wet from touching the end of it. It's like a big rubber, I don't know what you want to say, a big rubber plus sign. So I can't really get in there. I've tried to pull it out as hard as I could, and it does not come off. So what I'm gonna do is take a razor blade, and I'm just gonna reach in there, and I'm just gonna cut the end of it off. So that way it opens up. It's basically a restrictor on a garden hose. I'm just getting rid of the restrictor so everything just comes out. Okay, so I had to pull this piece out. I'm gonna assume this is a cowl drain as well, just diverter. But here's what this piece looks like inside. So this is why your drain duct gets clogged, because once a little bit of grime and dirt gets in there, it just stays this size and it just dribbles out. And when it has a heavy rain, it really should be, you know, doing one of these, and it's not. So now the hole is just open like that on the other side, and we should have no problem. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the sunroof now. I'm gonna take that cup that was in the back seat there, fill it with water, and then we will see what shakes loose. Sorry for the shoddy camera work. So let's do key on. There she goes. Now I'm aware there are rear sunroof drains as well. And as much as I would like to tackle that, I have about zero interest, because you have to take out, I think, most of the rear interior trim panels of the car. It's in the trunk or some crap, something I don't really care to do. But let's fire up the hose here, get some of Florida's finest water. Never fails. You always drop the hose head and it just sprays right on you, because why else would that happen? All right. I'm going to lower the car down as well to make it level again, because it's never parked like this. Give it a little bit of a downward angle. That ain't good. Just drip right inside on the seat. But there it goes, it's coming. So, might have a partial blockage. I really need like a piece of straw or nylon hose or something like that, because basically what happens is the drain passes through here, the A-pillar, and then goes out of there. So I'm gonna have to see if I have something to stick down there. Stay tuned. All right, so here's my contraption. It's basically a Phillips head screwdriver and an aux cable. I just took it and I stuffed it in the drain hole here. So what you're gonna have to do is push down on this sunroof bar, and the drain hole is right here in the corner where my thumb is, and it goes in this way. So now, as a test, I pour all the water in here. You can hear it taking it like a champ now, and as you can see, it comes right out like it's supposed to now. So overall, I don't know, it's been 20 minutes. It's hotter than heck outside, but that's South Florida. So again, you can do this in about 20 minutes. Obviously, there are some other remedies you're going to need to do if you did get that much water in the car where it stinks, which this car does. You know, dry out the carpets, make sure you leave the windows cracked. You can always put the heat on full blast with the windows just barely cracked, and that'll help dry the rugs out quicker. You could also drill a hole in the floor of the car if you wanted to, as just a peephole, drain hole, whatever. So I'm just going to spray it with some stuff. What do I have? I know I have new car smell or something like that from Chemical Guys in here somewhere. Maybe I used it all. Oh, there it is. Yes. Chemical Guys, new car smell. Got this off Amazon. Works pretty well. It smells decent. Doesn't completely mask it. Doesn't knock you out either. So it's nice. You know, you just give it a couple applications. I'm gonna give it some liberal spritzes here, because again, this girl stank. And then I'm just going to leave the windows open while it's still hot and sunny out. Put the wheel back on, put the splash shield back up, and send her on her way.